This law actually went into effect 2 years ago, and then companies had 2 years to prepare for it. So why did they wait until the last minute?
Well, first of all, I think it actually is a lot to go through because it has 99 articles, this new regulation. Secondly, they don't want to lose any customers because, in a nutshell, the new law basically says nobody is allowed to do anything with the data that you didn't consent to previously. So they have to ask for your consent on everything from please let me send you a newsletter to reforming like customer portals online to setting up data protection watchdogs or representatives in their company when they have over 9 employees. So it is a lot to do. But with these emails being sent out, since you have to give your explicit consent, it means it is the easiest way to get rid of all these companies and services that you never use is just by doing nothing. And so, of course, these companies know that, and they wanted to wait until the very last minute so they can keep you as a customer.
Laws are, of course, only good if they can be enforced. So who is now in charge of enforcing this?
Yeah, I think this is really wise the way it's handled now, because it's not like with copyright protections, for example, where you have a barrage of lawyers behind it, just waiting to dish out fines after fines to, say, internet users who downloaded media from the internet, or we have pirated media from the internet. Here, only the actual affected people and watchdogs and clubs, like data protection clubs and agencies, can enforce or follow up on complaints. After that, all the data protection agencies that are nearby will forward this complaint to the respective data protection agency that will handle the complaint.
It sounds very technical.
Yeah, it is.
Is it going to be easy?
It is easier because whatever you have, for example, whatever you have for a request, just send it to the company. The company is legally obliged to answer your request within 4 weeks. Should they not do it, you file a complaint with any data protection agency that you know or that is nearby, and you don't have to worry about anything after that because it will be forwarded.
We already have a case, don't we? We know, for example, Facebook already being sued for non-compliance.
Yeah.
This is this individual from Austria, a privacy campaigner. He has accused them of effectively forcing users to give their consent to use their personal information. How easy is it for companies to skirt the rules?
Well, we don't know yet how easy it is on a whole to skirt these rules, because I think that it still needs to get a little into the groove of being actually in use, this law. There's also a lot of panic around it and so on. But I think with Facebook, they seem to have found a loophole in which they actually use the new data protection law to do something that they weren't allowed to do before, which is share user data between their one service, WhatsApp, and their other service, Facebook. Now, this new data protection law apparently has given them the opportunity to kind of tie these two together. And this is what this Austrian activist, who is very, very aware that Facebook would love to do something like that, is now fighting against.
Because, I mean, a lot of people, what they might have encountered today when they logged on, for example, if they have a Facebook account, they had to agree to the privacy policy.
Exactly.
You couldn't opt out of it. You wouldn't be able to use the service anymore. So could it be that he has a point here?
Oh, I think he has a point. And I also think the way that Facebook or other services have laid out their terms of usage or their update to their privacy policy was very suggestive. It was almost blackmailing into saying, look, either you agree to this or you can't use our service anymore, which is not what I think the lawmakers have intended at all.
Of course, the tech giants have been getting a lot of attention lately. Facebook, Google, Amazon, for example, and the way that they use data. How about the smaller players, though, like smaller companies, startups, medium-sized enterprises here in Europe? What sort of challenges does this new law present to them, for example?
Yeah, I think it presents a lot of challenges to them, but also there is a leniency period being given, a lot of counseling being given if they actually violate some of the standards, because there is a lot to take in and to change. For example, protecting your customers' data from hackers. Also, where is the data being processed when you have customers coming in from several countries? It is a lot to do, but I've heard from so many voices that they said, don't worry about that too much. We're not after fining small companies. There will be a lot of counseling and it will be necessary. And there is a period of maybe 2 or 3 years where this will be a little softer. So it's not going to be like all the startups will go out of business because the new law is in place.
So GDPR, not perfect, but a good start.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you so much. Teresa Locker of Motherboard Deutschland joining us to put it all into perspective for us, all those emails that we have been getting over the past 24 hours. We appreciate it.